Are you a business owner struggling to land your first high-ticket clients? Then you're in the right place. My name is Arthur and I'm the founder of Funnelly. And today we're going to be walking through a simple strategy how to get your first high-ticket client with no money required. We'll be breaking down the entire strategy and trying to help you as much as possible to landing your first high-ticket client. Now, the hardest thing to do when starting your own agency or business that sells high-ticket product is landing your first client. This is very hard because you do not have any social proof. And what this basically means is that nobody is going to trust that you are going to do what you say you're going to do, or at least on the extent of you doing a very good job at doing that. So how do we solve this? The answer is actually so simple. The Dream 100 strategy. I'll explain exactly how the Dream 100 strategy works, how you can implement it for yourself and start landing your first high-ticket clients even with no social proof. There are three primary ways of getting new clients. The first one is ads. The second one is content. And the third one is outreach. Now, under outreach, there are things like DM messaging, cold emails, and the Dream 100 strategy. And that's exactly what we're gonna talk about today. So the reason why the Dream 100 strategy works so well when you have no money is because it doesn't take money to create it, it takes time. So for instance, imagine if you're a content creation agency and you offer people a free sample. Say you'll generate their first short form video completely for free. Yes, I know this sounds counterintuitive. You're basically giving away free stuff. What's the point, right? But in giving away free stuff, you stand out from the market. So you can create a short form video and send it to a person that could potentially need short form editing. And even if they don't need it right now, you've included your short form clip in the outreach itself. After that, you set an interval of 3 to 4 days and send messages to that client for the rest of your life. If they respond negatively, you can ask them for feedback. They see that you're a good person, that you're giving stuff away for free, that you're really trying to grow this business. And if you're being really transparent about that and saying, hey man, totally understand that you don't need this offer. I'm just trying to make this business work and was wondering if you could help me by saying what could improve this so that a person like you would need my offer. And if they say nothing and they're thinking about it and you keep popping up in their emails every single 3 to 4 days, I'd say, you keep popping up over time, you know, they get to know you they start to trust you more since they've seen your name more than once, right? They might not need a short form editor right now, but let's say after a month when they actually do need a short form video editing service and they've started to look into agencies that can handle all of the content work for them, what's gonna happen is you're gonna still be around that person. You have created the free video, you have goodwill from that person. And what this essentially means is that they will trust you more. So the name of the game is provide free upfront value for the goodwill of the person you're sending the outreach to. Imagine being in their shoes. When you needed your own videos done, would you go somewhere else right away? Or would you start at looking at their content? Now granted, your content needs to be high level. You cannot just send a basic cut up of the video, just slap a title on it and say boom, done. Nobody's gonna care. You have to actually provide real value that the person can actually use. Let's use another example. Let's say you're targeting a coach that's doing YouTube long form video. You send a full script. You include 12 of the next video titles that they're going to post as ideas, of course. This is free value you're going to provide them. Of course, they can choose to use it or not to use it. And it's totally okay if they do decide to use it, because once they decide that they want to move forward and have YouTube be taken care of by somebody else, they're going to choose you. Now, again, you have to provide real value. You cannot just scribble on a piece of paper and say, this is your script, use it, it's a banger, give me some money. That's not how it works. You're basically just gonna waste your time and their time. So now we have learned that you need to provide upfront value to your ideal customers. Now, how do I make this even better? How do I make the process faster? How do I make it more enjoyable for the person? And how do I make it more likely that they are going to say yes? Now, the biggest upfront lesson I can give you for this is it's not going to be a one-day process. You will continuously continue to send free value to your potential customers. Imagine if you send 5 Dream 100 outreaches per day. Within a month, that would be 150 outreaches sent. First of all, imagine 150 outreaches sent. what are the chances that you're going to close a single person, even with no sales skills? They're actually pretty high. And even if you don't close them right away, you're still going to have them in your follow-up sequence, which means that lead will be with you forever. There was this one great story where a realtor followed up with a prospect for roughly 10 years. And once that prospect got divorced with his wife, he sold him a house for $30 million, all for 10 years of follow-ups. Now, 10 years, I mean, it's a lot of time, right? But if you could make that amount of money in 10 years just following up, simply writing emails like once a week, once a month, who wouldn't do that? Now, of course, you're thinking, well, how do I structure it? What do I need to do? How do I send the emails? How do I write the script? Let me explain. This video is not sponsored by Gamma.app, but I still want to give them a huge shout out. You want to go on to Gamma.app and create a full template with valuable information already inside, explainers and everything like that, you know. What you should put inside of there is explainers, clean breakdowns, tutorials, and just valuable information. Now, this is a template. You should have spots that are not filled out, where you'll have specific client information for the prospect ready to go. And if you really want to close people and you want to go the extra mile, record a custom video for them. Nobody does that. Everybody who's reaching out to them in cold email is just sending empty emails with kind of plain information, getting it all mixed up and not being very specific about that person's specific problems. Imagine if you make that person a video, what's that going to do in terms of you closing them? Now, that's all from me. Drop a like if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.